Hollywood. That's gooey ballyhooly Hollywood, where any office boy or young mechanic can be a panic with just
Good morning, Hollywood.
Pan.
My name is Matt Fritsch, and I'm the chairman of the board of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce. It is my pleasure to welcome you today to the Hollywood Chamber's Walk of Fame ceremony in honor of Mark Ruffalo. The Hollywood Chamber has hosted this iconic Walk of Fame to the delight of millions of fans from around the world for more than 60 years. It is my pleasure to welcome to the stage Hollywood Chamber of Commerce President and CEO Steve Nissen, who will be our MC for today.
Good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing? I'm Steve Nissen, President and CEO of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce. I'm excited to be your MC today as we welcome to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Mark Ruffalo. But first, let's give a big shout out to our fans watching around the world on our live stream presented by our media. And he's hugging all his well-wishers right here. Let me tell you a little bit about our honoree. Mark Ruffalo was born in Kenosha, Wisconsin. But it's symbolic that we're here today because where did Mark learn his craft to become one of the most celebrated actors and remarkable talents of our time? Where? Right here, literally right here, because we're thrilled to honor him today in front of the Stella Adler Acting Academy. Where Mark trained to be the incredible actor that we honor today. Mark is an Emmy winner, a 4-time Academy Award nominee. It gets better. He's one of Hollywood's most sought-after actors, easily moving between stage and screen. He's worked with directors including Ang Lee, Martin Scorsese, Michael Mann, Spike Jonze, and David Fincher. Mark was most recently seen in the Netflix limited series based on one of my favorite books of all time, All the Light We Cannot See, which was a Pulitzer Prize-winning bestseller. He can also be seen starring in Warner Brothers' highly anticipated sci-fi drama Mickey 17, and in Searchlight Pictures' Poor Things, a Yorgos Lanthimos film, for which Mark just received, what did he receive? An Oscar nomination. So we can't wait until March to find out the answer to that one. Unless somebody knows the answer already. All right. Let's talk about the Incredible Hulk for a moment. In 2012, he became Bruce Banner, the Hulk, in the Avengers. In 2015, he reprised his role in Avengers Age of Ultron. The next year, Hulk was back in Thor, Ragnarok. And again, in 2018, he starred in Avengers Infinity War, which grossed $1.6 billion worldwide. It was the biggest worldwide film opening since 2002. Finally, he was once again Bruce Banner the Hulk in Avengers Endgame, the grand conclusion to Marvel Studios' Avengers franchise. So I got to say, that is a lot of hulking out. I mean, I don't want to body shame you, but that's a lot of hulking. The Marvel Studios franchise, the Avengers franchise, by the way, spanned 22 films. Really remarkable franchise. He also starred on the stage, on Broadway, in Arthur Miller's The Price. He was nominated for 3 Academy Awards within 5 years for his performances in The Kids Are All Right, Foxcatcher, and Spotlight, which not only won the 2003 Pulitzer Prize for Public Service, it also won the Oscar for Best Picture and Best Original Screenplay at the 2016 Academy Awards. But there's more. Mark's other film credits include Infinitely Polar Bear, Now You See Me, Shutter Island, Zodiac, Collateral, a movie you're going to hear a little bit more about later, 13 Going on 30. You know, it's a long list, but we have all day. So, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Reservation Road, All the King's Men, Studio 54, and The Last Big Thing, among many, many others.
You can count on me.
What?
You can count on me.
You can count on me. We now have an audience participation. In real life, Mark advocates for addressing climate change and increasing renewable energy. He helped launch the Solutions Project, whose mission is to attain equitable access to clean energy and air, safe drinking water, affordable housing, healthy foods, and good green jobs. To that end, he's received the Global Green Millennium Award for Environmental Leadership, the Mira Gandhi Giving Back Foundation Award, and this one I want to hear more about, the Big Fish Award from Riverkeeper in 2013. He was named one of Time Magazine's People Who Mattered in 2011, but now on this day, in 2024, he still very much matters. Please help me welcome to the stage our newest Walk of Famer, Mark Ruffalo.
I've known all you a long ass time. So good to see you, man. Thank you.
This is live, Mark. So.
Sorry.
All right. Before we hear from you, Mark, we have 2 friends of yours who'd like to say a few words. Our first speaker is a Renaissance man who's had a wide and varied career since arriving. You don't even know who it is yet, and you're screaming. Since arriving in Los Angeles. He's an actor, director, writer, and producer. He's written and produced more than 28 plays, as well as working in film and television. He began as a young actor, having the great privilege of studying with Stella Adler herself, right here at the Stella Adler Academy of Acting, with his classmate, our honoree, Mark Ruffalo. Please welcome Mark's close friend to the stage, Timothy McNeil.
So I was asked to give Laura Dern's speech as well. She couldn't make it today. She's ill. So I'm going to give that, and then I'll talk about our time together. Today marks a day in which this entire tradition expands its reach. For we are honoring an artist for their achievements in acting and storytelling, yes, and their contributions to their community. But what sets my hero, Mr. Mark Ruffalo, apart is what he defines as community, be it his family, his fellow actors and filmmakers, his home of New York, and here in Los Angeles. He sees community as a global one and is determined to tell stories for and care for all of us, friend or stranger, and our shared home throughout this commitment to renewable energy and our planet as whole. So in my book, there is no brighter star that could shine here today. I had the privilege of making Mark my family on the film We Don't Live Here Anymore, and from that moment on, he has been a partner, a guiding light, a truth barometer, and the kind of artist who makes all other artists want to deepen and excel in their crafts. He's also the kind of friend one could only dream of. Mark brings all of himself into everything. His art is as honest and pure as it is because of his willingness to look inside people and see their vulnerabilities and imperfect beauty. He was not only the most fearless acting partner I had ever found myself with, but whether in the scene, on camera, or off camera, he would guide me to what I needed to find. By the way, he would play the scene. Like the master director he is. As our buddy Julianne Moore said, working with Mark, you never want it to end. And you can't get enough of his warmth, his humanity, his precision, and his ability to make every moment ineffably alive. He elevates everyone and makes us all better. And this from our colleagues and friends Naomi Watts and Billy Crudup. From taping auditions together before any of this was happening to the mind-blowing performance in Poor Things, you have kept us all feeling and dreaming every step of the way with your whole heart, tapping into parts of ourselves that needed some sort of reawakening. Thank you 1,000 times for keeping your art at such a high standard. I, for one, feel so lucky to watch and learn from you. Maybe steal, too. Thank you also for your wonderful friendship and your gorgeous wife, who is one of my dearest friends. You and your family are so beautiful, and to watch us all grow together is something to cherish. Looking forward to making all memories with you all. Billy says, hey, you do good acting, bro. Billy Crudup, we love you. When Mark and I recently lost an acting hero of ours, he wrote to me and described her own work and her teaching. He said, and I quote, she had a sensitivity and connection to something else entirely, something felt but not seen, eternal and unfathomably complex. She calmly regarded humanity in all its beauty and ugliness, sadness and joy, strife and repose, laughter and despair, the totality of the experience. And when I sat with his words, I remember thinking that he had finally cracked open for me what it is about his own work that leaves us breathless, particularly as I sat in absolute awe and bliss after watching his creation of Duncan Wedderburn in Poor Things, which, side note, is the most incredible batshit miracle possible. Laura. We are exposed to all human emotion by Mark. Sometimes we feel radically seen in his work. Sometimes we can be embarrassed by how deeply personal it can feel, but always more generous towards ourselves because of how he heals people through the humanity and respect he gives even the seemingly most impossible characters. What more could I ask of a hero than that he makes us all better, even without us knowing he's doing it? Mark carries the most devilish irreverence and simultaneously an elegant grace in all of his work. He is the rarest exception to every rule about goodness in men, as well as holding a brave artistic mastery. And all the while, Mark is also a big old classic movie star. As an actor, filmmaker, activist, and humanist, he is committed to leaving this world a more conscious and aware place, and now he has generously brought his bright, shining star to this neighborhood. I love you, Mark. Thank you for making me a better actor, a better friend, parent, and citizen. You paved the way for radical invention and are an example of living through deeply loving all who you know. I'm honored to pay tribute to all you are. Laura Dern. I hope my cold reading skills haven't eroded or Okay. So some days the world makes no sense at all, and some days it makes perfect sense. Today is one of those days. It's hard to talk about Ruffalo in 2 minutes, but I'm going to try. Sometimes you come across a human being who is so unusual that he astonishes. That would be Mark Ruffalo. I first met him when he was 18 at the Stella Adler Academy of Acting, Los Angeles, this place here, but down the street. When he was taking the train up from San Diego 3 times a week to study acting, which is crazy. Even then, he was unusual. Unusual in his dedication to the work of an actor. Unusual in his desire to dig deep into a character in the great unfolding that actors do. So unusual in his ability to not judge his characters, to look beyond the cliche of labels and names. He always seemed to me, this is so crazy, he always seemed to me as if he was recovering characters from the trash heap of preconceived ideas and stereotypes. It drove me crazy being his classmate. He seemed to never be about story, but always about character, and this, I think, is his secret greatest gift. We used to walk this boulevard arguing and discussing, kibitzing over acting in the world and dreaming, of course. And one day we dug around in the dumpster of Pep Boys searching for the perfect props for a scene for Stella. And the workers at Pep Boys I'm sure thought we were absolutely crazy, but that was him. I wouldn't have dug through a dumpster unless he asked me to. So Mark was reborn through the work, and it was unbelievable to watch. He is so unusual. Stella used to talk about acting being soul work. Stella and our teacher, Joanne Linville, remarkable teacher. I had no worries about Mark's soul because it is unusually deep. Mark is a soul warrior. The people that know him well, I almost feel like we take that part of him for granted, even though it is so unusual. He took that advice and he not only poured his soul into the work, but also into life. And the world is so much better for it. He is such a kind soul and has such a high degree of emotional intelligence that sometimes you can miss the fighter in Mark Ruffalo. But boy, it's there. One time there was a teacher at Stella's who was kind of difficult and maybe a little bullying. So he went into our co-ed bathroom. He went into one of the stalls and he wrote a poem on the toilet paper in the stall, and it was called The Big Puffer Fish. I'll never forget that moment. Everybody was walking in and looking at the poem. Ruffalo is crazy. Yes, Ruffalo is crazy. He has never stopped fighting for people and ideas that need to be fought for, and I love him so much for that. Whenever someone is being picked on, there he will be, saying, hang on, does that make sense? My unusual friend. Where he gets his energy, of course, is a mystery nobody knows. He never seems to stop, but he is such an unusual mensch. I'll finish with this. We were both fans of Allen Ginsberg. And in a play, I had the great honor to recite his poem, Howl. And the last line, I didn't tell him this because he would be unhappy about it, but it always made me think of him. This is the last line of Howl, and this is Mark Ruffalo. Holy, the supernatural, extra brilliant, intelligent kindness of the soul. Congratulations, my brother.
Thank you, Tim, for those beautiful remarks, and we also wish Laura Dern a speedy recovery. By the way, I said there were two friends that were going to talk about you. Actually, there are three friends live, and then Laura makes 3.5. But before we introduce our next speaker, we have a few special celebrity guests in the audience today. That was a cement truck that just went by. Anyway, this is Hollywood. Everything happens on the boulevard. All right, our special celebrity guests include Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel Studios. Lou D. Esposito, co-president of Marvel Studios. Cooper Raiff. Lily Reinhardt. Missy Yeager. Barry Keoghan. All right, since this is an audience participation day, did I miss anybody? Just shout out names. You know, Mark will fill in names, and we'll fix it in post-production, right?
Martin Henderson is here. Martin Henderson is here. Joss Whedon, Maya Forbes, Wally Wolodarski. Who's up there? Who? Anita Ko. Jen Garner, of course, but she's going to speak. She's special. And all these other people who are my friends are here.
That's a first, actually. All right. Our next speaker's films, most of which are psychological thrillers, have collectively grossed over $2.1 billion worldwide. They've received 40 Academy Award nominations. 3 of those were for Best Director for him. He has also received 4 Primetime Emmy Awards, 2 Grammy Awards, a BAFTA Award, a Golden Globe Award. His films, of which there are many, include Alien 3, 7, Fight Club, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, and Zodiac, in which our honoree starred. Please help me welcome to the stage director David Fincher.
I did not go to Stella Adler, so I'll be reading like an idiot. A wise and funny thespian once regaled me with the following. He said, sincerity. When you can fake that, you really got something. We're all here today because we love Mark Ruffalo, and I mean sincerely. We love watching him. We love listening to him. I do this for a living, and I could watch Mark Ruffalo do his thing again and again and again and again. It's also said that acting is reacting, or distilled to its very essence, that acting is in the listening, the thoughtful human processing of what one scene partner is saying and doing. But this is often shortchanged and can become, in lazy or cynical hands, the appearance of listening. Mark Ruffalo never does this. You won't catch Mark listening. He is an endlessly, mercilessly emphatic being. Mark Ruffalo is always in the process of hearing, and it's an important distinction. The characters he breathes life into juggle many ideas at once. They are caring about things that may never be given screen time, but will still exist under thick or thin skin to inform the person in whole. It is the alchemy of exceptional technique and supreme generosity. Stanley Kubrick is quoted as distilling the complex and conflicted process of the actor at work as, just relax and then really fucking concentrate. Mark Ruffalo is the master of this, one of cinema's true masters. I'd put him in rarefied company with Spencer Tracy, Montgomery Clift, or Gene Hackman as perfect examples of motion picture actors. You can't even see what they're doing from the fourth row. The close-up was invented for them, and they reward our eyes, ears, and ultimately our hearts, if only we give them our time. Mark, I adore you, and I thank you for allowing me to pay tribute.
We're getting there. All right. Thank you, David. Our next speaker is an award-winning actress. She first gained recognition as CIA officer Sidney Bristow in the ABC action thriller series Alias. And I can see you hiding behind the post there, but I just wanted to say, Jennifer, that was one of my favorite shows of all time. Personal privilege. For Alias, she won a Golden Globes and SAG Award, plus 4 Primetime Emmy nominations. You've seen her starring in many films, including Juno, Ghost of Girlfriends Past, Valentine's Day, Elektra, Daredevil, The Atom Project, and everyone's favorite rom-com, 13 Going on 30. Which, if you don't know by now, she starred with her good friend, Mark Ruffalo. Jennifer is also an activist for early childhood education. She's on the board of Save the Children USA. Please welcome a Walk of Famer in her own right, Jennifer Garner.
Hello, and good morning. High five! It's so good to see all of you guests and Sunrise and Ruffalitos. Of course, yeah. Here. No, I'll be fine. Here, I got it. So I was asked late last night to pinch hit for our beautiful COVID-struck Laura Dern. And a few things popped into my mind when this happened. Of course, I hope that she feels well really soon and recovers really easily. And also, thinking of that, who wants to take over for Laura Dern? She's the most beloved best friend of everyone in this entire town. And then I thought, well, damn my bang-up immune system, because I keep having to pinch hit for COVID people, and I'm just up here, strong, sturdy, just making this shit up on the way over. So then I was thinking, well, thank God for Smartless, because I'm all caught up. I know what's going on. And that led me to, wait a minute, I know this is a question you are all wondering, so I'm just going to cover the elephant in the room. Why wasn't I asked to do this in the first place? I kicked off the Mark Ruffalo rom-com era. It was bookended 20 years later with the Atom Project, right? It writes itself. Thank you. But anyway, here we go. Alrighty. All right now. Don't get cute yet. So, Fincher, of course, spoke passionately about Mark's work, his work ethic, who he is on screen, his devotion to his craft. Laura's speech, come on. Beautiful, heartfelt, well-written, not written, on the way over this morning. She talks about Mark the human, the activist. Tim covered Mark as a friend. It really seems like it is up to me, and honestly, I don't know what you would have done without me. Thank God I showed up. I have got to be here to honor and elucidate Rom-Com Ruffalo. Wait, I wrote the end next, so I've got to skip to the middle. Okay. Thanks in part to the success of 13 Going on 30, and by the way, how lucky are we to have been in a movie that kids are dressing up for as Halloween, that people still mean something to people. Gary Winnick. Love that guy. So it kind of became a thing. And I wonder if my colleagues, Reese Witherspoon, Jennifer Aniston, Gwyneth, Keira Knightley, I wonder if they would agree that Mark owes this rom-com success to the scruffy hair, the untucked cute button-down, both of which became like the norm for cute guys everywhere for the next 20 years. I wonder if these esteemed ladies enjoyed Mark's anxiety as much as I did. I wonder if he tried to drop out of their films like he did out of ours after the first rehearsal of the Thriller dance, where Mark went from kind of shocked that we actually had to do this, to antsy, to a deathly quiet, to bro, this is not for me. I wonder if my lady friends would agree with me that knowing Mark the young dad was a privilege. The pull between providing for and being present for his young family added an intensity to everything Mark did. The pull between providing for his family and doing more serious work was ever present too. It seems like you figured that out, Mark. Both of them. Good for you. But like Mark's predecessors, and you had your list, but I'll give you Cary Grant, Frank Sinatra, Jimmy Stewart. Mark added depth to what was light. He was smooth, mercurial. You never see the work. There's a through line from beloved Maddie in 13 Going on 30 to Duncan in Poor Things. A common thread of anxiety, yes, of clarity of purpose, of understanding of story, of standing up for your characters, being a person of character, showing up for your co-stars, bringing your family with you into every moment of every scene, and showing up with joy. To work with you, Mark, is to love you. I don't care what anyone says. You allow yourself to be fully known by your colleagues, by the audience, by the world. Your work on Poor Things deserves all of the awards, all of them. But the real success is in how thrilled and delighted your colleagues are to have the opportunity to lift you up and celebrate you. Every time your name is called, Hollywood takes a deep collective breath and says, okay, the good and right thing has happened. Our work doesn't happen alone. We're a product of our partnerships and our communities. Congratulations to Mark and to Mark's people, to Margaret, who loved you dearly, to Sunrise, who loves you dearly, to your children, to your communities, your upstate family, to your representatives, to the entire world who calls you theirs. And there, I include myself, even if sometimes I make you dance. Congratulations, Mark. We love you. That's okay. That's okay. Last minute is better sometimes. So proud of you. Okay.
All right. I have a question for you all. How many of you came here to hear from Mark Ruffalo? Well, too bad. You're going to have to wait one more minute. The Hollywood Chamber of Commerce administers the Walk of Fame on behalf of the city of Los Angeles. So on behalf of the Hollywood Council member Hugo Soto Martinez, who represents this area, we consider this a hallowed, sacred street, but it's in a real place called Hollywood in the city of Los Angeles. And so on behalf of Council member Soto Martinez, we present you with a city resolution. So come on over here for the photo. So you got all space for this. Show your kids. Sorry, it's nice here. Yeah. I didn't think he was going to give that back. You get after the ceremony, you do get to keep it. All right, here's the big moment. On behalf of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, I now declare today Mark Ruffalo Day in Hollywood. Take it away.
Oh, man, I don't know who these people are talking about. Man, wow. Jen, I have your glasses. So thank you. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Fincher. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Laura Dern. Thank you, Naomi Watts. Thank you for Billy Crudup. Thank you. And thank you, Searchlight Pictures and Disney and the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce for this distinction. I know this is actually a very prime piece of real estate. So I appreciate your generosity. David Greenbaum, Alan Bergman, thank you for your support of this film and the support of me. It means so much to me. Thank you. So before I go any further, I want to do something that my Native American friends have asked me to do to honor their part in America. And that's to acknowledge that we are on what used to be their homelands. So I want to thank the Gabrielino, Tonya people for hosting us here in spirit today. Just to start things right, call in the ancestors, have them embrace all of us here in blessings. I'm so moved. I'm so grateful for this, and I'm so grateful for these tributes from people that I go so far back with, who I really started all this with, and who I love and admire, and who represent so many different parts of why I'm here today. Thank you for doing that for me, and thanks for your words. It's just very humbling to me. I've been standing here in tears the whole time. I came here when I was 18 years old. Like Tim said, I literally got off of the bus and I was here on Hollywood Boulevard. I didn't go anywhere else. I came right here. I walked into the Stella Adler Conservatory, scared poopless, and there was a woman there, Joanne Linville, who said, "What are you doing here, darling?" I said, "Oh, man, I don't know. I'm 18 years old now, and I feel like I've hit the end of the road. And I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with my life. But is it too late to be an actor? Can I come here? I don't know how to audition, so I don't know what to show you. But all I know is that I want to dedicate my life to being an actor." And she said to me, "Well, that's good, darling. You're in the right place." And that was where it all started. And I took the shortcut to becoming an actor by spending 7 years at the Stella Adler Acting Academy. Thank you, baby. My baby just told me to fix my glasses so that I don't look like this. Yeah, because I was working on my craft, man. Exactly. I hear you, man, and I feel that. And we need to be doing more of that for each other. Yeah, so, I came here at 18 and I believed in myself and a dream that only an 18-year-old, in a way only an 18-year-old can, totally oblivious to the fact of how frickin' hard it was going to be, until that dawned on me 10 years later when I was begging my brother for money to get my car out of impound because of the 100 tickets that I didn't pay. You know what I'm talking about, Angelinos? And he said to me, maybe it's time to think about another career. But he gave me that money, and he always supported me. And his name's Scott Ruffalo. And he's not here with us today, but he's here, and I know you're here, Scotty. Same with my sister Tanya. They followed me out to Hollywood to follow their dreams. And my grandmother used to send me $20 a week in an envelope with a little note that said, I believe in you. Stay put. You could do this. And that $20 bought me a bag of apples, a jar of peanut butter, and a jar of jelly, and a loaf of bread, and I lived off that. Tim and I used to walk up and down this boulevard every single day, thousands of times, and I'd mouth every single person's name, even though I don't know who half of them were. Marlon Brando, Charlie Chaplin, Greta Garbo, Kermit the Frog, Big Bird. We're in some very rarefied company. But that was so far from my experience because I was so freaking poor and I was starving. And I didn't have a car. And it was really hard to live in Los Angeles. But I was here with all of my friends going to school who are just the same, who are after just the same thing, to share with the world a little bit of the greatness that they feel is inside themselves. And so I want to say to you young people here, to you actors here, it's from Stella Adler, I know you're all here. And everybody else who comes to Los Angeles with a dream, there's nothing that's difficult in life that isn't in some way worth it, whether you make it or not. And that nothing worth a good goddamn in life is easy. So hang on, because there's no reason I should have been here. And I tried to quit 5, 6 different times, and I had people, my friends here, who said don't quit. My mom said don't quit. My brother said don't quit. My wife said don't quit. And there's no reason I should be here, but I'm here. I came here and that woman, Joanne Linville, my teacher, she showed me so much about acting. She taught me all the fundamentals of acting, but she also taught me what it was to be a human being. The generosity. Okay. Joanne passed away a few years ago, and we didn't really get to honor her because of COVID-19. And she's here now, too. Stella Adler, who's my teacher, her star is right here in front of me. And I owe her a great deal, and I want to say that to you, Joanne. Thank you so much for this beautiful life, for taking this kid from Wisconsin who came from a blue-collar family, who are immigrants from Italy, who really struggled to make a beautiful life for themselves, but who were not artists, really. And somehow I ended up here. So I want to wrap this up by thanking the people who've been part of my life through all of this. The thing about a life is it's never done alone. A career as an actor is never done alone. It takes so many people to do it. And so I want to say with this star, it's not just mine. It's yours. It's you folks out there who are my fans, who basically pay for us having this career. It's for you, my friends here, who've been supporting me all these years, who for Barry, for the other actors that I learned so much from and love so much. It's from my meditation teacher, Betty Jones, who's here, who's enriched my life so much. It's from my publicist, Jessica. It's from my lawyer, Keith. It's for Shaney. It's for Billy. It's for Aline. It's for Scott. It's for my friends from upstate New York, Hillary. It's for all of you guys. This is no one does this alone. And it's for my friends from Stella Adler, John, Jack, Tim, Chris, Rick, Wendy. Who else is here? Chris Thornton and Bonnie McNeil, the great Bonnie McNeil. And it's for my wife, Sunrise, who's been with me through all of it, who believed in me more than anybody, who moved me out of a garage, who made me go and pay for my bench warrant. Yes, I had a warrant out for my arrest when we met. She told me I needed a credit card, otherwise I wasn't serious. And she told me the truth. You told me the truth. You always tell me the truth. And that's hard. And I don't take it easily. And my kids, Bella and Keith and Odette, you've taught me so much about being a parent, about being a man, about being an actor. And this is your star, my whole family, in ways that you will not understand for some time. And I want to say, just for all of you people who showed up today, God bless you all. Even my brother over there who has wants to express himself. I believe in that, even if we don't agree. And all you folks okay, we know now. we all listen to you now. I see Greenpeace is here, my brothers and sisters in the fight for equality, for climate change, for decency of human beings, for the end of these senseless, horrific wars. I appreciate y'all for your humanity. And the more we can dig in and lean into our humanity today, the better the world will be, and that's what we need. And so we love each other. And that's it, man. I mean, that's all I got to say. That was long. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Those were beautiful remarks, and thank you for the message at the end. Also, I should say on behalf of the city of Los Angeles, thank you for finally getting those 100 parking tickets paid. All right. It's now time for the big event. It's time to unveil the star. So let's take a walk down. Famer to Hollywood Boulevard, Mark Ruffalo!
All right, Jesse.
Jen, down below.
Yeah, you got it.
And you can stand.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Oh, here, you can.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Laya?
Yeah, go ahead. Jesse. This for me.
Congratulations.
Straight ahead, everybody. Right next to them.
And just straight ahead, everyone, if you don't mind.
And right dead back center, thank you.
Okay, guys? Okay, so now we keep the speakers. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Matt. Good Lord.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm available.
Straight ahead, everybody.
Mark. Okay, you
Jen, next to Mark. Switch, David. Jen, yeah, on this side.
Sure.
Straight ahead.
Step on your spine.
And stand on the stars.
Okay, there you go. Sure, there you go. Now everybody can.
Oh, God, it feels
Everybody,
good.
there you go.
I'm going to grab the family huddle.
Here we go.
Okay, straight ahead.
Beautiful.
And on your left?
And right in the middle here, please.
Mark, here we go.
And dead center, thank you, thank you.
Beautiful.
Okay, so let me keep you. And the speakers, thank you so much. Thank you. Completed. Ready. Yeah. Can we do a two-shot one before she can?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Anna.
Thank you,
Anna.
He gets the
Right there.
Yeah.
And to the left, guys.
Goes like this.
Oh, my God.
Great. I can't you both right in the middle here, Mark, Jennifer.
Okay, guys?
And to the left.
Jennifer and Mark, right. And then right back here, dead center, thank you.
And right in the middle.
And right next to him, right here.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to switch out. Okay, yeah, sorry. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Jen.
It all started with this mook. Oh my God. We did dig in the Pep Boys dumpster. Who goes dumpster diving at a Pep Boys dumpster?
Mark right in the middle.
All right. Okay. Congratulations. You should be in the middle.
Mark's
Straight ahead, everybody.
Right in the middle, guys.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll do one. And Jen in the middle. Perfect. Right here, Jen.
Okay, all right.
My son Teddy.
Right here, right.
Okay?
Two visitors. Great.
Trying to stay safe.
Yeah, Anna. We're getting the sun, so we can do the solo shot.
What do you want?
Solo shot. I think get Mark by himself.
You don't have it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that.
Oh, yeah.
You just got it. You just put it together.
There we go, Mark.
And Mark straight down.
Oh, Jessica. Mark. Yeah, Mark.
Mark. Straight hand, brother. Touch it, buddy. Touch it.
Point to it. Touch it.
That's the
Yeah,
start,
Mark.
buddy.
It's the start. Yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark. Right here, Mark.
Look out.
And Mark, right in the middle here.
And Mark, right here, Mark. Mark, right here.
Mark. And then Mark, over to your left, please. Right in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Mark.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Mark, right here.
There you go. Yeah, Mark.
Oh, yeah.
And Mark.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, buddy. Right.
I never did that.
Hey guys, straight ahead for me right here. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you.
And right here, in the middle. And to the left. And then guys, all the way over to this side, please. Yes, they're coming. Yeah, they're coming.
I don't want to do that. I only like look for it.
There you go. Wait a minute. Here we go, guys.
Thank you, Mary.
Jess. Family shot before the sun comes in. Family shot before the sun. No. Before the sun, like, makes this copy. We're losing the... Oh, we have this cloud. Yeah, so everyone just lost it.
There you go, son.
Quick.
There it is.
Hey! Gentlemen! My sub is already out of focus. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Hey!
And then my cousin's here too.
The four shots. Let's just get the four shots. All right, the boys. Just the boys.
And spread, guys.
Here we go. Shades.
Some sunglasses? We're figuring out a
Sunglasses, shades. The sunglasses. There you go. Beautiful. Here we go. Look up. Right in the middle. Gentlemen. And everybody, everyone look straight ahead. Oh
yeah, there it is.
Yeah, love it. Yeah, Mark.
Oh yeah.
And one more, and everyone together. And everyone together. Let's get up. Nice and close together. And right in the middle here, everybody.
And the middle's right here.
Right here, please. Straight ahead, please. Second row.
Hi guys, right straight ahead for me, thank you.
And Mark and Sunrise right here. Straight ahead. And Mark and Sunrise. One kid. There you go. Love it. That was a good one.
Hey guys.
Yep. Wait, I'm only family again. My cousin.
All right.
And his boy, my nephew.
There you go. Hey guys, straight ahead, thank you.
Chris and Garner Ruffalo.
Hey guys, straight ahead, there's some more straight ahead. Thank you.
All right, now.
Make sure no, this is one of the deals. Can you see everybody? One person. They're the only one. Straight ahead, here we go. Yes, sir, thank you. Body straight ahead, thank you. Here we go.
Come on.
There you go.
Right there we go. Oh, nice.
Perfect.
Whoever's, do you want my team shot, and then whoever's doing interviews coming in. Can we get the star first with him?
Hold on, guys. One more shot.
Can I get us all in here? All right.
Here we go, guys.
Mario, get the shot.
I would have done half the movies that I've done.
Come on, Mario.
You good? I only see you at these nasty things.
I'm